product that has been making some noise in the last couple of weeks in all the communities. I'm going to talk about LeanBe. I bought Product Stash, then Product Stash, now logged in, and I was not very keen on looking into any of these feedback, requests, and roadmap tools. But the people, LeanBee people, have been very active, and I thought that I should probably have a look at that application, and I really found it very interesting. Uh, Not very great features, etc., but adequate, and the UI seems to be very nice. So I thought that I will just show you what I saw in the application. So LeanBe is an application which is currently on LTD, and it is not on any of those AppSumo, SaaS Mantra, or PitchGround, platforms. They are on in LTD on their own. You can look at the link here on top. So very simple, collect feedback, engage and interact. It's a red roadmap tool, but then very importantly, it also has got announcements. You can analyze the data. I really found it very interesting, and the deal was also pretty reasonably priced with all the features that are needed for any product development company. So let me quickly log into LeanBe and show you the dashboard. Very pretty easy to set up. So it very clearly tells you what you need to do, step 1 to 5. So I have not done this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 I've already completed. So very beautifully gives me that these are the first things that need to be done. And believe me, so far I've not set up a project in LinkedIn, but here it was fairly easy for me to do it. Primarily, then you can just design your widgets, completely customizable in terms of the brand, the colors that you want to use, the font, so on and so forth. You can create widgets. You can embed this into your own application as well. You can create your own widgets. I just created a default widget. Um, Bear with me. Okay, widget name. Bring again. So you can design it. I mean, right now sidebar is the only thing that's possible. Pop-up is under development. Then launching type is either a button, or you can share it as link, or it could be a button. Then you can have customizations of the button, the position, all the widget configuration, the colors, the size of the widget. Pretty straightforward. In fact, you can also collect the email subscribers and get it stored, the people who are subscribing to your product roadmap. So that's about widgets. And the next thing is the change log. So click on change log. You have notification and categories in terms of what all categories that you need. So let's click on categories. Okay, and you can have many categories. So you can have bug fixes, you can have it as new feature announcement. You can add categories so that all the features can be categorized into various things. And then there is notification, which would basically send out notifications to make announcements that are made once you release a feature. You can make an announcement, you can schedule an announcement which will go at a certain point of time. All those are possible in notification. A very good way to communicate to your website visitors, saying that what features are you giving. And then as usual, you can have a social sharing button. You can allow them to give feedback, both in terms of smileys and also make them comments, and then custom redirection as well to a place where you want them to visit if they want to demo the feature that you just released. And then there's a feature request. You can allow people to request for features. Okay, you can create your feature request. So I just added one: implement caching to improve the load speed. please, I mean, it's a request that has come from one of the user, so which can be approved. We can make it in review and then save, so that the person who's raised this feature request will know what is the status of that. So this is pretty nice, and then you can also see the statuses of the various feature requests that has come up. Okay, so you can see what are all the various status. You want to have different status, you can add them as well, and then I mean automatically that will be part of your roadmap. So then the roadmap. So typical to do in progress and done. And nice thing is, I can actually put the road. For example, let's say, to I'm adding one to do for this particular roadmap. Um, API integration, and this is to increase profits, grow active users by 20%. Okay, so you can have set objectives here. So for what, why are you doing this, features, etc. That's a nice analytics that you can do out of this. And then you can create, there are some basic objectives that has been created, and you can add any objective that you may want to have, which, and then you can look at the roadmap based on these objectives, and then the tracked users. You can track users who are following your roadmap, etc., and who are subscribed. So that also could be done. Coming to the settings, you are allowed to have your CNAME. There's a project settings. Okay, your general. This is the display. You can set up your logo. You can set up your font. You can remove your branding. You can add your custom branding in terms of having your fav icon, all those things. So let's say I have okay, powered by Enva and URL component. And save. And then this is, or you can also set up the standalone pages, which will come as a banner. So you can set up the banner when they click on it, wherever. I've set up a standalone banner for page banner for feature requests, change, and the change log. I have not set up anything. You can set it up as one column or two column, and then can do the proper preview and all those. Then coming to subdomain setup, you can have it as a subdomain, or you can have your CNAME as well. I have set it up. I have set up a CNAME here. So, and then you can add team members depending on the plan. You can add three, I think 5 users and 15 users. So all those are available, and that's what it is. So this is the CNAME that I set up. Let's see from the front end. Okay, I just set up the CNAME now. So bear with me on the HTTPS not being there. So you could see that. Okay, so the feature requests are here, and you can add another feature if you logged in and then change log. So my internet connection is a little slow. That's why it's loading fairly slow. Don't worry about it, and then you can allow this users to subscribe to this as well. And this is what is your branding. You can completely see it's white labeled. There's no LeanBe branding anywhere. And coming to the plan, okay, this is the plan. It's available on the website. So $49 for a code, which will allow you to have one project, three team members, custom domain. Um, you can remove your branding, and when you buy two codes, you get 5 projects, 15 team members, custom domain, and you can have a custom branding as well. So in one code you can remove the branding. You can completely remove the branding. With two codes you can have custom branding as well. I think if you want more number of projects, there are multiple codes that are available. But then I think two codes is fairly okay if you want a custom branding. But I think one code itself is good if you're just having one product. There is, from a feature perspective, there is no great difference. You can see it's only with the number of projects and the team members. Otherwise it's still fine. I mean, so you can compare the plans, etc. So if you have not, I mean, uh, if you have not bought product stash now looped in, I think this is a very neat application. I really do not know, in terms of where the team is from, etc. Because I just saw this URL and we are recently started developing a product. So I was just looking at an application. Suddenly this came up, and I thought that let me look at it. So that is why I thought I will just go do a live testing. So thank you so much. If in case you have a need, uh, go ahead and buy it. The application looks fairly good for me. Thank you so much.